8th graders. So the last lesson had to do with square roots. This lesson has to do with cube roots, all right? And a cube root is a number that produces a specific number when multiplied by itself 3 times, all right? So with the square roots, we were looking for a number that was multiplied by itself to equal another number. Well, we're just going to add one more factor onto this. All right, so the symbol you'll see more often than not, you'll see a 3 outside of that check mark or the square root symbol. You'll also hear this symbol called radical, all right? So that's also called the radical symbol. That's more of a 9th grade thing. So for right now, this is what the cubed root symbol looks like. Now let's start with the smallest cube root, or the smallest cube, all right? Is 8, all right? 8's a perfect cube. So if I want to find the cubed root of 8, I need to figure out what number multiplied by itself 3 times equals 8, all right? So what number multiplied by itself 3 times equals 8? I could do some estimation here, all right? 1 times 1 times 1, that equals 1. Then I'll try 2. 2 times 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8, all right? So the cubed root of 8 is 2, all right? Let's go a little bigger, all right? Cubed root of 27. All right, what number multiplied by itself 3 times equals 27? Well, we can estimate again. We know it's got to be bigger than 2 because 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. Let's go up to 3. 3 times 3 times 3. All right, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 again is 27. So the cubed root of 27 is 3. All right, let's go another one. What's the cubed root of 64? If you guys haven't noticed my pattern yet. All right, well, what number times itself 3 times equals 64? Well, let's try 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Times another 4 takes us up to 64. So the cubed root of 64 is 4. All right, so you'll notice the perfect cubes, they're spread out a little more than the perfect squares. All right, thinking cubed is always harder for me. You're managing more numbers in your head. You can also use your calculator with this. All right, there's a button for cubed root on these. You have to hit Shift. So you have to hit your Shift button on a lot of them. And then it's above this X3 button, and you'll see the little cubed root symbol. You probably, yeah, you can see it there. All right, so if I wanted to do the cubed root of, I don't know, let's do 1,000. All right, that's 10. All right, so the cubed root of 1,000 is 10. All right, one other thing I do want to talk about. In the last video, we discussed how you cannot do the square root of a negative number. Like the square root of -8, can't do it because there's no 2 numbers that are equal that are going to multiply together to give you a negative. However, you can do the cubed root of a negative number. All right, the cubed root of a negative number, all right, the cubed root of -8, well, what number times itself 3 times will equal -8? This works out. Because remember, if you multiply an odd number of negatives together, your product will be negative. All right? So the cubed root, oh, I gotta put my little 3 there for cubed. The cubed root of -8 is -2 times -2 times -2. All right, -2 times -2 gives us +4. +4 times -2 gives us -8. So the cubed root of -8 is -2. All right? So you can take the cubed root of a negative, all right? And this is going to be important when we start solving equations here in the next video, all right? Also notice another difference from square roots, all right? Remember with square roots you had a positive and a negative root. With cubed roots you're only going to have one root, okay? You're not going to have a positive and a negative one. Because if I were to replace these factors here with a +2, all right, if I were to say 2 times 2 times 2, guess what? That gives me +8. So it's really not even the same question here. All right, so with cubed roots, you will only get one root. You can also take the cubed root of a negative. All right, So hopefully you guys like this video and you don't find the iExcel too hard. All right, so give me a shout if you need any help.